Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Highly Motivated with me, your host, Oraganji. And just to let everybody know, this is a pre-recorded version of the show tonight. We have pre-recorded this because I'm moving, I'm shaking, I'm doing a lot of things. And I wanted to have time for a live show on Sunday, but I just didn't have the time. Everything was just kind of piling up, and I decided, okay, still want to do a show, still want to come out and talk to everybody, spread the good vibes, spread the good energy. I wanted to do, I guess, sort of a recap of Saturday. So Saturday I was in Cape Coral, and as you see, I'm vaping my flower. I'm not smoking it, I'm vaping it. So Saturday was the grand opening for Gold Flower Cannabis in Cape Coral. Very exciting. Very exciting day. I haven't found out the final numbers of the day yet, but it seems as though the day worked out amazing. So many people came out. The discounts were incredible. I mean, incredible discounts going on. It was a great day. The sun was shining. As you can see, I was outside all day. And look, I got a little burnt. The sun did a number on me. It really did. It exhausted me. I was out there in the middle of traffic, screaming and yelling, bringing customers in. It was great. Cape Coral was on fire yesterday, and it was great. The customers loved it. The discounts were great. The community really came out and showed their support for Gold Flower Cannabis opening up, or grand opening, in Cape Coral. And at the same time, the Villages is now open. So the Villages Summerfield office for Gold Flower Cannabis is now open. The Villages are open. It's a beautiful location. It's a standalone location. It's got a drive-through. It's architecturally gorgeous. Like, I think it's one of the best looking stores next to Miami. Miami's a great looking store for Gold Flower, but I think the Villages location is a much better looking location. It's just architecturally, it's really nice. It's a lovely store. So tonight's micro topics. Tonight's micro topics. So I do want to kind of work into the understanding that yesterday was the grand opening. Yesterday was the great energy in Cape Coral. And as I was driving home last night, I had to stop and see the planetary alignment. So last night there was a planetary alignment where all the planets in our galaxy lined up. They lined up, which won't happen again, I think, until 2040. 2040 will be the next time all the planets line up. And so what does it mean? What does it mean for planets to align? What does it mean for our energies, our chakras to align? That, I think, right there is the bigger deal. The bigger deal is that our chakras are aligning to the planetary alignment. Our energies are I guess, our energies are coming to fruition. Our energies are coming to, the precipice of where they should be. And then they're all over the place. Or maybe the planets start to move, and so do we again. They always talk about when in retrograde. But I think I want to say, like, Mars is always in retrograde. I don't know my planetary alignments very well. I should. Smoking a little bit of Legend of Jack by Gold Flower Cannabis. Legend of Jack is emerald apricot, double banana fuel. Excellent, absolutely delicious. So we're doing a little toki with the Venti, which is by Stores and Bickle. This is a flower vaporizer. I love it. I love it because I don't have to smoke. I love it because no butane contamination, no harsh burning, and no burnt flavor, which I think is a great thing. So very excited right now. I'm all over the place. I'm kind of just coming down a bit right now from yesterday. My energies, I was exhausted. By the time I got home, I was driving home, and the drive from Cape Coral back home is like almost 5 hours. 5 hours. That's a long drive. So towards the end, like in the beginning of the drive, I'm fine. Couple of hours in, I'm fine. Once you're like 30 minutes from the house, it feels like forever. Like it feels like that 30 minutes, it becomes the longest 30 minutes of your entire life. That 30 minutes is like, that last 30 minutes of the drive is like, how long is this going to take? I think it would be the longest 30 minutes ever. But I got home, I ate a little bit, I tried aligning a few things, and I just passed out. So yesterday was exhausting, but very excited about Cape Coral, very excited about that grand opening. That was excellent. So the next grand opening is the Villages. Goldflower Cannabis, the Villages. Now, I think the Villages is going to be even bigger. I think the Villages grand opening, which will be on the 28th of next month, or this month. I don't know what the date is today. What is the date? What is it? Oh, it's the 1st. Okay. So the grand opening in the Villages will be on the 28th of this month. So at the end of the month, the Villages will have a grand opening, big discounts. So if you were not able to make it to Cape Coral, that's fine. If you weren't able to make it to Cape Coral, that's okay. Because we're going to have a even grander celebration in the Villages. And the Villages, look, that's a great place. I love the central location of it, because right now a lot of people have to drive to Ocala, people have to drive to Orlando. The Villages is going to be pretty awesome. So I'm going to be out there all week. I'm going to be in Tampa all week, which I think is great. Tampa, Villages, very, very exciting. Lots going on, lots happening. Yeah. And so last night on the drive home, it had me thinking about this alignment. Had me thinking about energy, had me thinking about connecting with the universe and the galaxy. So last night on the drive home, I was manifesting. I was gratefully thanking the universe. I was putting good energy into the universe while we were having an alignment. So maybe let's talk about that for a moment. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the energy of the universe. The alignment of our galaxy, the alignment of our soul. And if you believe in the stars, if you believe in the zodiacs, if you believe in how the retrograde of Mars might control your life, your energy, well, you may not be totally wrong. You're not totally right, but you're not totally wrong either, and that's a great thing. Look, energy doesn't knock. Energy doesn't knock on your door. It doesn't announce itself with fireworks or snappy headlines, unless you're watching the news and they were announcing the alignment. Energy hums. It hums at a low, constant, ancient frequency. Before language, before religion, before we called the sky, energy was there. Energy was there inside stars collapsing into light, inside oceans pulling from the gravity of the moon, inside the first breath you ever took. And without knowing that energy is what you were consuming, that universe of possibility. So the way we act, we act like we're separate from the universe. We act like we're not made of stars. We act like we're not part of the giant energy of everything. We act like we're separate from it. Like the universe is out there and we're down here. Like alignment is some rare celestial event scheduled on a calendar and not something real happening. Look, the next time the alignment happens won't be until 2040. So if you missed it last night, it's okay. The energy was still happening to you. The change, the retrograde, the real-time manifestation was still happening to you. So it's not just something on a calendar. You are made of what you're looking at. You look at the universe, you're made of that. You look at the stars, you are part of that. The iron in your blood was born in a dying star. The calcium in your bones remembers the supernovas that it was once part of. Your nervous system is lightning in a bottle. Your nervous system is lightning in a bottle, slowed down enough to feel it, to power this meat suit. Lightning. So when the universe aligns, when galaxies turn into frequency and rhythm, when planets trace their arc of time, when the moon pulls the tide without asking permission, much like you should be making those decisions, making your life without permission. It isn't something happening to you. It's something happening through you. The energy and the alignment of the universe is happening through you. That's why I'm saying, if you didn't see it, if you weren't out there watching the alignment of these planets, right when the sun goes down is the best time to see it. Right when the sun went down was the best time to see it. And all the planets aligned. And even if you didn't see those planets align, it's okay. Because it was happening through you. Alignment is not a beam shooting down from space. It's coherence. It's when your thoughts stop fighting your heart, when your words stop betraying your intuition, when your actions stop contradicting your knowing. Like, I know this to be true. I know this to be true. So follow through with it. Have the energy of following through and knowing, not needing the permission, not needing not needing assurance that this is right, but sometimes knowing that this is right is something else entirely. Every aligning happens when your resistance softens, when you stop gripping so tight onto things, to who you think you have to be and allow yourself to be, to stand without apology. Maybe that's the bigger thing. Maybe the bigger thing right now is learning to stand without apology, learning to be you, the authentic you, without having to say sorry, not sorry. The universe doesn't force alignment. It's showing it to you. It doesn't need to force it because it's already happening. It demonstrates it. You know, the universe demonstrates that alignment. Stars don't question the energy that they put off. Planets don't second guess their orbit that they're in. They're just going with the flow. They're flowing with the vibe of the gravity of the sun. So planets don't necessarily fight that gravity. They flow. You know, gravity doesn't wake up wondering if it's good enough today, if it's doing the right thing. It just does it without permission. It stands its truth. And the planets flow with it. The planets flow with the gravity, flow with the energy, flow with the vibe. And then every couple of years, every couple of decades, they come together and align. And that is also aligning us. The planets, the gravity, the sun, the energy, the universe, it never asks if it's good enough. It simply moves in truth, in authenticity. And so can you. That right there is the biggest thing. So can you. You don't have to question your reality. You don't have to question every movement and mode and decision that you make. You don't have to question that. You feel alive within it. You can be as the universe, as the galaxy. Even in its alignment, you could be aligning. When your inner world quiets, you begin to feel the current that's always there. When you meditate, you feel a different energy and understanding. It's not dramatic. It's not loud. It's steady. It's consistent. And it's there if we allow to see it. That consistency pulls towards love, towards the expansion, toward expression. You call it intuition, you call it flow, you call it being in the zone. I call it the vibe of everything. You know what that is? Even when I'm having a vibing day, like yesterday, I was vibing from morning to night. Do you know what I call that? That's alignment. That right there is alignment. Your alignment of soul, of energy, of universe. You are aligning yourself to the flow of the universe that you should already be on. That's what you're doing. When the universe aligns, it's a reminder, you know, not that something magical is finally happening or finally available, but that rhythm never stopped. The vibe never stopped. The frequency of flow has never stopped. You just stopped seeing it. You just stopped looking at it. You just stopped feeling it. And when you stopped feeling the vibe, the frequency, the rhythm, you stopped feeling it, it stopped happening. Not to you. It was still happening. It's still happening. It's still aligned. That rhythm never stopped. You know, the rhythm never stopped. Your energy doesn't need to reach the cosmos. It already is cosmic. You already are part of the cosmos. So your energy doesn't need to reach there, okay? You just need to see it. You need to realize it, that the rhythm of life is happening. The frequency of the universe is flowing through you if you allow it, if you're open to it, if you see it. It's already cosmic. Every heartbeat is a pulse in a larger field, a frequency field, a hyperdimensional field. Every breath is a tide moving in and out, creating the flow and the magic. Every breath a tide. You're moving in and moving out of a body made of stars. You are breathing in and out a universe. You are breathing in and out the cosmos. So when you feel aligned, when things start to click and you're on that vibe, you're on that flow, when synchronicities whisper instead of shouting, when you move without forcing, like the planets do. The planets move without force in our universe, in our galaxy. When you move without forcing it, it's not luck. It's the resonance. It's the consistency. It's letting yourself be as part of that flow, letting yourself be part of that vibe that is always flowing. You know, that vibe that you just have to meet it. You have to meet it and get on that vibe and stay part of it. It's always happening. You just have to realign. You have to retouch those frequencies once again. The universe aligns, you align. The universe aligns, you align. It's the same way two tuning forks, you know, those ding, ding, like two tuning forks, they start humming together. They start humming together when they share the same frequency. How amazing is that? Well, you start humming with the universe when you align. You align. Because there was never meant to be a wall between the universe, the cosmos, and you. It was always supposed to be the humming of two tuning forks together. Energy doesn't knock. It hums. And when you finally go quiet enough to hear it, you realize you were never waiting for an alignment. You were remembering the frequency. You were remembering the vibe that's already playing everywhere, all the time. That ancient energy roller coaster that we should all be riding and just letting things happen sometimes. And that's why I even mentioned not to force, you know, not forcing life, not forcing, you know, not forcing life. Maybe just flowing with it a little bit more. We forget to flow through life. We try so hard, like we chase money and money runs the other direction. We chase friendships and friendships never quite happen and we don't know why. We chase the promotion and somebody else always gets a promotion. We chase the sale and the sale disappears. When we stop chasing and just align with the frequency of what's going on. You work hard, trust in yourself. You made the sale or you made the presentation, trust in yourself. You know, you've worked the overtime, you've put the extra hours, you've worked an extra job, you've created a product and sold on the weekends, whatever it is, and you've saved money. And in your head, instead of saying, I don't have money or I'm always broke, in your head, instead you say, money feels comfortable with me. I'm open to making money. I'm open to cash flow coming my direction. Don't give it an amount. Give it an energy. Leave yourself open, but don't expect anything. Don't expect anything, and everything in the world happens. Don't chase it, and it happens. Do what you're supposed to do. Do it right, and believe in yourself. And that believing in yourself helps you be part of that alignment. Part of that energy roller coaster that we're all riding and flowing and vibing. Because when you're in the vibe, you're in the flow, you're in the frequency, you know it. You feel it. You feel it, don't you? When you're just feeling good, you're like, you get out of the car and just like, the way you close the door is perfect, you know? The way you open a door and walk into a building is perfect. The way you say hello, you just feel good. You feel perfect in every single opportunity. You feel perfect. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That right there is one of the coolest things. So the alignment of the universe is the alignment of your soul. It's not a new alignment. It's not a new energy. But last night would be the strongest of the energy. Last night would be when the energy came together. It was strong, it was powerful, and it was part of you. It was happening through you. Not to you, but through you. And you, hopefully, your soul, your energy, your magic was able to realign with what was already happening. Like I said, tonight's broadcast is pre-recorded. Tonight's broadcast is energy, it's magic, it's everything. Last night, the aligning of the sky. Look, as if the sky is tightening itself, right? As if ancient bodies of fire and stone are landing now, shoulder to shoulder. They're taking a photograph in the sky, a family photo. That's what it felt like last night with the alignment. But yeah, no matter what you might believe in, no matter if it's the zodiacs or ancient mythologies or whatever it might be, you're still part of that big hum. You're still part of that big energy. You're still part of the cosmos. We are all part of the cosmos. And we don't have to travel in a spaceship to go find it because we're already a part of it. We're already a part of the everything. How amazing is that? It's pretty amazing. So again, I was saying tonight we're pre-recorded. We are pre-recorded because I'm moving, I'm shaking. There's a lot of things happening. I'm busy, I'm tired. I need a little recharge time. So I think today might be a little bit of recharge time. Might be a little bit of my own personal alignment with the cosmos. Not saying microdosing. But in all of that, again, we're pre-recorded. You'll see me again live on Wednesday. This show, Highly Motivated, you can catch the show Friday, Sunday, Wednesday. Friday, Sunday, Wednesday. That's 3 times a week, people. That's a lot. Friday, Sunday, Wednesday. And we're coming to you live on LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, YouTube, sometimes the Tiki-Taki, sometimes the Insta-Cha-Cha, you know, all over the place. All over the place. So anyways, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the show. Thank you for coming and sharing your energy, sharing your magic, sharing your alignment. Sharing your alignment. And I want to again say yesterday, thank you to all the people who came out to Cape Coral. It was great meeting so many people. Even met some people that watched the show. Isn't that wild? So I met some people that even watched the show. And what an amazing, amazing event yesterday. Great community, great discounts, great gold flower cannabis. I mean, wow, what excellent product. And that being said, I can't wait to do the grand opening in the Villages. The Villages grand opening will be happening the 28th. The 28th of this month. 27 days away. We got a big grand opening, people. 27 days away. So get excited, get wild, get crazy, get down there, and go see the Villages. You're going to love it. If you have a medical cannabis card, go to Gold Flower Cannabis. You will not be disappointed. Incredible product. The organics, the hand trimming, the living soil, the people who not only know how to grow, but the people who smoke it, the people who love it. That makes a difference in your medication. Wow. I would love to spend more time, but there's so much going on. I want you to have an amazing, amazing week coming at you. Remember, this is Sunday. This is the beginning or the end and the beginning of the week. But officially, Monday is not your beginning. Sunday is your beginning. Sunday, 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 Sunday. Well, today is the day of recharge. Recharge. So Sunday, today, I'm recharging from yesterday. One of the reasons I know you see all this energy. You think, recharge? What recharging do you need? I need recharging too. I'm recharging right now. Sunday is my recharge day. But especially today, after yesterday's incredible grand opening, very, very busy, the Villages Gold Flower Cannabis is now open. It's open, and you got to go check it out. You're going to love the architecture of that place. You're going to love the staff. You're going to love the people. And of course, you'll love the product. And the prices. The prices are so good. Yesterday, we did $12 eighths of Gasilla. That was so good. We did $12 vapes. People were getting free gummies with every purchase. Free pre-rolls. They were getting t-shirts and bags and glasses, and wow, it was a really cool thing. The first 100 people received a lot of goodies. So definitely exciting, definitely a lot happening. Next one's on the 28th in the Villages. I'm just sitting here kind of ending the show a little bit, relaxing into it. I know it seems like I've got a lot of energy. I always have a lot of energy, but my brain needs realignment. And the alignment of the planets yesterday wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to realign me totally, even though I thought it was beautiful. And I'm glad I got to see it. The next alignment of the planet is going to be 2040. So I'll see you all then for that as well. We'll do like an alignment party, a realignment of our souls to the already aligning cosmos. Thank you for being a part of Highly Motivated. Remember, 3 times a week you can find us. This is our Sunday session. I hope you had a little talk, tokey toke. I hope you enjoyed the chit chat, and we'll see you again on Wednesday.